Hello there and welcome back to my new video. So in this video I'm going to show you how to write functions in Kotlin, and first let's start with function structure. So the function declaration starts with a fun keyword followed by the function name, and the fun keyword is a short for function and not for funny, even though it might be your first assumption. Function name is followed by the parameter list in parentheses, and the return type comes after the parameter list, separated from it by a colon. Okay, so now I'm going to run Android Studio and I'm going to open up Kotlin REPL, because here I'm going to write some examples of functions. Okay, so I'm going to write a simple function named count numbers, and this function will have two parameters of integer type, and the return type will be an integer, of course, which will return a plus b. In Kotlin, you can declare a function without return type as well, which is similar to void methods in Java. If you leave out a return type, the compiler will know that you don't need it, and it will add a return type of a unit for you behind the scenes. And the unit keyword is basically the same as a void keyword in Java programming language, which means it doesn't return anything. But in Kotlin, explicitly declaring return type of unit is optional. So let's get back to our Android Studio, and now let's create one more function. So this function will have the name of print my name and the parameter of a string, and it will return a unit. So in our function block body, in curly braces, we're going to type if name is not equal to null, then we're going to print hello plus our name. So this is a string template, and we're basically referencing our parameter. And in else block, we're going to say print hello guest. So as you can see here, our return type is unit, and we haven't specified any return keyword. So you can specify return unit or just return, but that's optional. So we don't need to specify that, and also we can remove this unit return type. And you might think, how is this possible? Well, the compiler will know that this method does not return anything. The compiler will analyze our function, and it will know that our function does not return anything. So behind the scenes it will add this unit return type, but we don't need to specify that by ourselves. So if a function is written with its body in curly braces, we say that this function has a block body. So let's take the previous code example. So we have our count numbers function, and we have a return type, and inside the curly braces we are returning a plus b. So we can modify this example furthermore, and we can convert our function from block body to expression body. So we can just say int equal to a plus b, and we don't need to specify curly braces, so it's more convenient and concise way. Also, we can modify this example furthermore, and we can set just equal to a plus b. So you are wondering, how is this possible? How will a compiler know that we are returning an integer? Well, for expression body functions, the compiler can analyze the expression used as the body of the function and use its type as the function return type, even when it's not spelled out explicitly. So this type of analysis is usually called type inference. Note that omitting the return type is allowed only for functions with an expression body, and on the other hand, for functions with a block body that return a value, you have to specify the return type and write the return statements explicitly. So functions with an expression body can be found in Kotlin code quite often. This style is used not only for trivial one-line functions, but also for functions that evaluate a single, more complex expressions such as if, when, or try. So let's get back to our Android Studio, and let's write one function. So the function name should be compare numbers, and this function will have two parameters of integer types, and it will return an integer. But as you can see, we don't need to explicitly say that our return type is integer. We can just say equal to if a is greater than b, print a, else print b. So as you can see, it's way more simpler than before. So expression body functions are often used, and they are the concise way of writing code in Kotlin. Okay, so that was an introduction with functions in Kotlin. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you want to see more videos about Kotlin in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.